Hey guys, and welcome back to Inferno, and I am a bit lost, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. We do have the home command, I guess, but we are looking for some cobalt. You may also remember from last episode I mentioned about getting some farming up and running. It looks like we found a pretty large patch of grass here which we can get some seeds from. Wow, that is a big loot table from one wolf. Is that drawer upgrades there? Hold on a second, what did he just drop? A botanist axe, a ritual stone, a dark tank. More wolves. These guys are everywhere. Wow, that loot table was insane. So yeah, I spent a bit of extra time mining. I think we got enough materials to start us off today. But yeah, in the last episode we started our mine colony here. We got our town hall and just 2 builders for now. Definitely something that we're going to develop further today. To start us off today though, we're going to take some of this rich soil, which does actually take a while. I'm waiting on the rest of these guys. And with this we can craft a bonsai pot. The bonsai pot should automatically grow saplings for us, and I want to use it to start growing some crimson wood. Or no, actually the warped wood, the same one that we have for all the buildings. The contents are going to go into a drawer. We can put the bonsai pot on top, give it warped nylium and warped fungus. The quest book actually gives us a hopper, and if we hold any axe it's going to give us an efficiency of 6 axe silk touch. Good deal. I mean, we are holding an axe, but I guess this one doesn't count. Okay, we make a stone one just for the quest. And inside the bonsai pot, I think once we put the axe in, it's going to automatically cut the tree. We probably want the silk touch one on there. Add the hopper, that should push the contents down into the drawer. And in fact, we even got that storage upgrade, right, from that mob. Here. So this is going to hold a lot of wood. And it conveniently even gives us the fungus in there as well. It would be nice to make a few more bonsai pots, but we're waiting on the rich soil right now. Yeah, and we need the rich soil to start farming a bunch of crops. That's something I think we'll come back to later in the episode, but for now, mine colonies. And we should also feed the hoglin. Yeah, we got 4 of these guys now. They're very angry at us though. As they probably should be, to be honest. Okay, so I was having a look between the episodes on where we should go next. I think priority number 1 is to make some houses for the citizens. We also want to make a warehouse, a tavern, some guard towers, which will protect against the inevitable enemies which will show up soon. I can already tell it's going to go south. So we should definitely try to prepare. And also the university. Alright, that's going to be a lot of things to place. Hopefully we do it correctly this time. Yeah, and that unlocked a lot of quests here. I bet they all give us capsules, I'm assuming. Yeah, so we should be able to insta-build most of these. At least the first versions of them. So let's start off with the houses. The colonists, as we've seen, will wander aimlessly if we don't give them housing. Each new colonist needs a bed, and the basic tier 1 houses will provide 1. And it seems like if we upgrade the houses, it's going to increase the capacity. Last thing to note, I guess, is the colony has a max of 25 colonists, unless we increase with the university. Okay, that's very good to know. Alright, so that is the 2 tier 1 houses built. We can see in the preview here what they're going to look like at tier 5. The most important thing I want to pay attention to is to keep the grid system that we've got going. So I made sure to keep a 3-wide path. We're going to use odd numbers for all the paths in between the buildings. It does give us a situation here where we only have a 3 junction, but that's okay, as long as we keep some consistency in the placements. As before, we will also have to finalise the build. I think because I marked it in Blackstone, they're going to switch this out to basalt. And they're going to get the basalt from the next building we want to construct. And that is going to be the warehouse. This is going to be a central item storage location. Alongside the town hall, we definitely want to keep this very central in the colony, especially since we'll be integrating this into our own item storage. Don't worry if you still don't fully understand what's going on here, it did take me a while. Basically, the warehouse is for all of the stock control inside the colony. So all of these racks here are a connected inventory, all connected through this main warehouse block. Think of this like a machine controller, basically, on a multi-block structure. If we're talking in GregTech terms here, right? But basically this is where the colonists are going to pull all of the inventory from. If, for example, they need blocks to upgrade the houses, they're going to come and pull from this place here. Once we get this all the way up to tier 5, I think it's going to look really awesome sitting next to the town hall. There is an entrance on each side, which should make it pretty efficient for the couriers to come and pick things up. Anyways, the next building we want is the tavern. It looks to be around 15 by 15. Sorry about the flashing, by the way. I don't know if there's much we can really do about that. The tavern I think we put actually next to the houses over there. Perhaps just behind the houses actually, yeah, next to the build huts. So the tavern building, I don't fully understand this one, but the tavern building I think is where we can hire outsiders from. Did I place it correctly? Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yep, let's finalize this building. So the last two buildings is the guard towers and the university, at least that we have crafted right now. So we have 2 guard towers, I'm thinking 1 on each side, 1 on each corner. Okay, these are a much smaller building, yeah, this looks like 7 by 7. Actually, before we go on to place the guard towers, I noticed in our clipboard here, which is something you get from Quest Reward, you can see all of the open requests from all of the colonists. It seems that both builders require an axe to fulfill their building duties. Minimum level of wood or gold with a maximum level of stone. The maximum level I think is determined by their own skill level, so they can't wield an axe that's too powerful right now. And obviously they have a minimum level as well, right? So there is these custom Forester's Delight axes. I think we're going to continue to use these. They are super cheap, it's just a wooden axe and a warped fungus. Oh, and of course it's now nighttime. They're all going to sleep in the town hall, I think because their houses aren't built yet. But yeah, we want to place the axe in both of the builders' huts' inventories. Their request should go, yeah, their request is already cleared here. So guard tower number 1 is going to go right here. Like so. Let's finalize this one. You know, placing this takes actually a while, but we got the first guard tower on the far end of our colony. The other one I think we're going to put over next to spawn. We only have the 2 guard towers right now, but obviously we're going to end up with way more as our colony grows. I honestly don't know the most optimal setup for the placement of all these things, I'm just going off of my gut feeling. I don't think it's going to be such a bad idea though if we have our guard towers distributed amongst the whole colony. Hey, wait a minute, where did this guy come from? I don't know if we can get this guy. He's so high up now. I just wanted to build my restaurant. Alright, that should be the restaurant placed. We of course have to keep our citizens fed, right? So yeah, it's been a little while, I've been placing some buildings. We got a university in the bottom here. 4 houses on these 4 squares. The restaurant on the top left. Next to that we have the tavern, above that is the guard tower. 2 build huts, the town hall, the warehouse, and the courier's hut. Oh, and another guard tower all the way down here. Kaylee has started working on another house. Very good, very good. Kaylee is very productive, I will say that. Okay, so we've been working on Minecolonies for a bit. I think we are going to change it up a little. I'm afraid it's a bit of information overload right now. We're going to go into depth once we start upgrading the individual buildings and we look at the university. I have it placed over there, but I haven't built it yet. As I understand it, the university will unlock the next game stage. And once the university is actually built and finalised, I think that's when we start getting the portals like we got in episode 1. And our guards right now are not equipped to deal with that. They are all requesting that we give them armor and weapons. Oh, restaurant is finished too. Nice. So the armor sets and progression here is extremely gated. In fact, not even leather we can wear. This is very low durability. And I think we'll snap in like 1 or 2 hits. What we need to do is get some bound hoglin hide. Did we get it? Ah, yes, we got hoglin hide. I think we already have 1 of these. So we need like 3 more. It's this. I want to hit the right one. This one. There we go. Yeah, and we already have 1 hide here. Storage is another thing that we have to absolutely sort out. Alright, the other thing we need is leather. We have plenty of leather. We need copper wire, which takes copper ingots. The only way we can get copper before we have a miner is just to do more fishing. Luckily though, we do have a splash potion of luck from the quest book. What have we got? 4 minutes? So the other thing that we need to do is farm industrial forgoing seeds. Yeah, so we're going to use this little space next to the builder's hut for now, just to grow some plants. I don't know what we use this for long term, but eventually we have a mine colony to automatically farm for us, right? It shouldn't take too long to get the amount we need. Oh yeah, that is way more than enough. We craft it with some sticks to give tough fabric, and that should allow us to craft the bound hoglin hide. In the smithing table, we can upgrade all of the armor. We do actually get a set of this from the quest book, which I think is in here somewhere. Yeah, we've got half a set here. This is going to go into our guard towers. So it seems that our guard right now is Legend and Della. They must all be sleeping right now. It looks like they picked a tavern to sleep in. This is the tavern building here. It's a little bit strange that they assigned themselves the tavern and not the houses. Maybe it was just built before the houses were built. Oh, there's Legend there, in the build hut for some reason. I don't think we can get all of these right now. It's just Della missing leggings and boots. But we got Legend all kitted out over there. So I want to try something that might end up being a bit risky for us. First of all though, we're going to make ourselves a cobalt pick. I think it's about time we retired the flint version. So we will need the anvil. We can make it out of rose gold. And if things haven't changed, it should be a light handle, a binding, and a pickaxe head. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. We're going to go for it though. We're going to try to get the goodies from this bastion here. So the thing we have to be careful of is that Blackstone actually gives a speed modifier, and that also applies to mobs as well, so we're gonna get rushed really, really hard if we're not careful. But somewhere in here, there should be some decent loot chests. Oh wow, that is so worth. Already, just for this. Some obsidian, actually obsidian is awesome. Carved pumpkin, okay, I'll take this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, nice, a satchel, yoink. And it's a decent size as well. That's like a full inventory worth, right? Oh, this was so worth it. After making it through the first chest room unharmed, I decided to delve deeper into the Bastion just to see what all we could find. Oh, that was so fast. That was unbelievably fast. Oh, I don't know if we can make it back there. Oh, I was so quick to type that there. Okay, we got it. We're safe. Okay, perhaps foolishly, we are back for round 2. Alright, there is that magma cube spawner up there, but I think we can make it to the chests. Oh, I hear piglins. I'm out. I don't know if that's cheating, but it's in the game, so I'm going to make use of it. Oh, nice. We get some netherite. So after a pretty stressful run at the Bastion, I decided to take some time to lay down some infrastructure inside the colony. As we know, the colonists will prefer walking on certain path blocks, Blackstone being one of those, and we learned from the Bastion that it actually gives a 1.35x modifier on movement speed, which does also apply to our colonists. So we had an abundance of Blackstone. I smelted it all up into polished versions and the bricks, and started to lay down all of the main paths around our city. So I find that even just a simple change like this can really make a big difference. I mean, it already feels like we're getting somewhere with this, right? Oh, look at the legends zipping around here now. So the Blackstone here really isn't my first choice on paths. I feel like it may be a little bit flat. We may have to add some height variation. I'm hoping though, once the buildings start getting upgraded and we reduce the line of sight, because the buildings will be like 2 or 3 stories high, I think that might help with the variation around here. All of the buildings right now, oops. Basically everything right now is just the basalt frame. But we want to start to work on getting some upgrades, and that all starts with the university. Let's ask the builders to finalize this one. Actually, what is this? It looks like we got a list of science prefixes and suffixes. The quest book gave us these worker where you at scrolls, which are supposed to highlight and speed up the builders, or any worker that you click on actually. I don't think we know who was assigned to the university, but I think once we do this, it should speed them up. Apparently the builder is sleeping. Kaylee is in bed here. Hey, you've got work to do. Alright, in the meantime, I want to work towards a cobblestone generator. It might sound simple enough, but actually we don't have any stone or cobblestone here. So the first step to make this happen is to get into some blood magic. Oh, and Kaylee has finished the university? That was quick. Oh, of course. Of course we get our first one, instantly. All the mobs are sped up. This is not good. Oh, the creepers are the worst here. Hey, where's Legend when you need him? Oh no, what is this thing? Oh, we're doing no damage. This is not good. Oh no. I'm getting eaten alive here. Run. That thing is so scary. Look at this. Oh no, there's another one. There's another one. Oh, get him, Della. I think she might have just leveled up there, actually. Oh, look at all the loot here. Well, that's a good sign, at least. Oh no. Wow, those are some really aggressive mobs. I'm so glad I have armor on. Well then, as I was saying, first step is to get into some blood magic. We did actually pick up some decent loot there. We got a ring of slow fall, and we got a rage mind, which increases our damage based on the damage we take. Could have probably done with that while fighting that legendary mosquito. There's a bunch of other stuff here as well, some free capsules actually, which might come in useful. Oh yeah, and this was the loot from all the Bastion. Actually not too bad, to be honest. Lots and lots of gold we picked up there. So yeah, the first step in blood magic is to get the altar, and we need an inactive sigil, which we have to fill with some blood. We can do that just by standing inside the smeltery. And our blood we have to pour over this inactive sigil. Wait, is it in the... Oh, it's in the basin. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, as it turns out, this isn't actually the right type of blood. We actually need life essence for this to work. And to make life essence, all we have to do is combine this with soul sand. This should alloy together for life essence. And once this cools down, we should have the blood altar. Nice. Oh, and this unlocks the next quest line up here. So obviously right now we're gonna go for the self-sacrifice route. We can make a sacrificial knife. Didn't it used to be called sacrificial dagger? This can allow us to stab ourselves and fill the blood altar with life essence. We can actually die from this though, so we have to be a bit careful. So as you probably know, the first thing to do is to make the blank slates, which looks like here are made with obsidian. We did get a bunch of obsidian, I think from the Bastion, right? Placing this inside the altar should give us the slate. Perfect. And with this we want to make the alchemy table. Yeah, it took a while actually to figure out that we could use deep slate here. I thought that we would have to get stone to make stone, but that actually isn't the case. So we're also going to need some sugarcane, and we also need bottles of enchanting, which we did get from our piglin trading. I'm going to actually move this altar next to the campfire so that we have regen. So the last thing we have to do is think about fueling this alchemy table. It does take life essence for this thing to craft. And the only way we can do that is, oh my goodness, to get an enchanter. Okay, this is going to be a bigger rabbit hole than I thought. Yeah, we need soul shards as well. So to actually craft the enchanter's tower, we were going to need a feather from chickens. We can summon the chickens using the altar. One of the items we need is the seeds, which we picked up at the start of the episode. Since we were doing some summoning, I wanted to get all of the passive mobs, so I started off with the cows. After the cows, I used the seeds to summon chickens. Chickens rain from the sky. And finally, we also added some sheep into the mix. Yeah, having all these animals here should give us much easier access to things like leather, and also wool from the sheep as well. Oh, and actually there was one more to summon a rabbit for the quest. How do we get the rabbit? Oh, it looks like we have to also add a carrot. Regular carrots we can actually get if we use a golden carrot and chop it with a knife. And now we can of course use the carrots and grow them with the soil here. I guess we split the chicken pen up in half and we'll put the rabbits here. Hopefully they're summoned into the pen and not in this one. Nope. What's important right now is we have our feather and we have our enchanter's tower. We did not get a capsule for this one actually. So this one we're going to have to provide the materials ourselves and let the builders craft it. It doesn't look like it's such a big building. Let me figure out a decent placement for this. Yeah, you know what? I think this might just do the trick right here. Okay, tell me if you guys notice anything about this enchanter's tower. Over here? Oh, that made me smile a bit more than it should. Shout out to Taz for adding that in, I really appreciate that actually. So yeah, I've been grinding out some progression here. I feel like we weren't really getting anywhere in the middle of this episode. We got the enchanter's tower built here though. Apparently they wanted specifically oak bookshelves, which sent me on a huge adventure that way somewhere to get some oak wood. I also realised though that we're a bit further away from this cobble generator than I first thought. However, we do also want to invest in the fisherman's hut here. I believe this is the only structure in the game which will generate water in the nether, and so we have to make sure it's placed one block above the bedrock. I did place this incorrectly the first time, so hopefully this is going to work this time. Oh, and would you look at that? We got water in the nether. Wait, are we able to fix this thing? Oh, we got our quest. Are we able to fix this flowing water? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Now we have two that are missing. Anyways, we have to finalise it in the mine colony here. However, since we now have the water, we can grab a bucket of lava. I also added in this little space here for more block generation. So if you have flowing blood against flowing lava, we get flesh. Oh, is the builder fixing it for us? Oh, nice. That's awesome. But yeah, I believe we can also do something like this, and we can generate cobblestone this way. Decent for getting some manually, which we actually do need for the next step here.
I can do that.
Oh, I didn't want to break this one. So the thing is, I slightly overlooked the fact that we need a dark power gem, and this is made by dipping our dark gem into a tier 2 blood altar. Our blood altar right now is only tier 1, and to upgrade it we need 9 blank runes. Not necessarily blank runes, but we need 9 runes. We have 2 here from looting. I don't think we have any more. We don't, which means that we do have to craft them, and to do that we need arcane ashes, which is another alchemy table recipe. We should be able to manage all of these input ingredients, assuming white dye is the default recipe. I think we're actually out of bone meal here. Yeah, can we craft? Yeah, we can craft white dye like this. We also need some gunpowder, which I noticed is actually in our warehouse somehow. I think this is from when the portal spawned. The villagers picked it up and put it in here. We also need coal and redstone. So to get any further, now we just need the blood orb, and I'm hoping that we just have to give it to the enchanter, and he is going to trade it in for the input ingredients. I did pick up the soul shard and the coagulated blood. You're not the enchanter, are you? Oh, this is Sienna. She actually stopped by the tavern. I don't think she's actually part of our colony, but we can recruit her if we want for 7 enchanted books. And she actually starts at level 8 here, which is, I think, higher than what we started the rest of our colony at. The rest, I think, started at level 7. I've noticed a few citizens just wandering around here that aren't necessarily part of this colony. Like Cynthia here. I don't recognize her. Yeah, it is nighttime right now, so we need to wait for the enchanter to come back. So in the meantime, let's look at the university again. So I had a quick peek at the tech tree here, and it's pretty in-depth. Look at all this stuff. This is actually awesome. There's so many traits and things that we can unlock through this. The first column here seems to be unlocking a lot of the buildings. Like, for example, this keen one, if we give them 3 books, it's going to unlock the library. So there seems to be 4 different categories here. For 12 golden carrots, we can actually get a lot of buffs on our citizens. That actually might be worth doing. Yeah, I think it actually might be. We can probably scrounge together 12 golden carrots, right? We have 5 here. Okay, we're close, we're close. We might have to trade some gold. Yeah, we can craft them in the smeltery here. Yeah, let's pick up Infernal Insights. It's awesome that they made it so that it's instant. I think normally it costs... I don't know what I just clicked there. I think normally in Minecolonies it takes some time to unlock. Anyways, our enchanter should be here by now. Connor? Wait, Connor Bartolo? Is this Kaylee's brother? Alright, so if we give Connor coagulated blood and the soul shard, is he gonna do his thing? Please configure some workers I can drain experience from. Oh, does he need experience to work? Ah, it must be here, right? Gather targets. So if we say, like, gather from the builders, and now he wants a book. Okay, we can give him a book, which goes in his inventory. They're very picky, these villagers here. Oh, he's off. Oh, this is actually... Oh yeah, this is the builder's hut. He must be taking experience from them. I'm going to assume that's what he's doing. He's got those little symbols above his head. Oh, there's actually a family tree here. It looks like Kaylee is his parent. Yeah, Kaylee's his mother. That's pretty cool. There's actual family trees here. That's awesome. Okay, so does the blood orb get delivered in the warehouse? Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Is he crafting now? Now he wants an ancient tome. What next? I think we actually got some of those though. This is actually oh yeah, we got an ancient tome. This is actually really awesome. I did not expect the Minecolonies to be this in-depth. Maybe it gets tedious though, although I think there is ways to automate all of this. I hope there's ways to automate this down the line. Alright, we give him the tome. Did he craft it? He's doing something. Oh, is this the courier coming to pick it up? Yeah, Jensen is our courier. We are also going to pick up accuracy. Guards need 500% less sleep. Sounds good to me. Avoidance, which unlocks shield use for the guards. Improved leather to increase the durability on guard armor. And also the taunt ability, which means our knights will force mobs to target them. Good deal. I feel like a lot of these are pretty cheap, although I don't know exactly how effective they are. Yeah, let's also unlock the school here with higher learning. Yeah, I like this system a lot. So once Connor finally decides to give us this weak blood orb, to craft the runes we also need Otherstone, which we can get from andesite. And andesite we can get from pouring quartz over cobblestone in the smeltery. So this is the other reason why we needed the fishing hut first, before we can get the automated way of making cobble. Toss this into Spiritfire, we got Otherstone. And I think finally we just need some more blank runes. Aha, we actually got our weak blood orb here. So as it turns out, you actually have to request it. I think using minimum stock, and you add the recipe here, which means it should keep 1 weak blood orb in stock automatically. I think this applies to other items as well, which we can automate later down the line. But that seems to have crafted it more or less instantly. I think before what he was doing was actually just enchanting a random book. It gave us some like really terrible enchantment that we don't need. Anyways, once we bind our blood orb to ourselves, it should belong to our network. Now we just have to fill our altar with blood. Oh yeah, first we have to transfer the blood inside the orb. Now when we put it inside the table, it's going to craft for us. I really like, by the way, that they added these buttons on the side. I think this is for output. In 1.12, these things were an absolute pain to automate. Alright, we got the water reagent. And this recipe should craft us the arcane ashes. Very good. I'm going to make 2 of these. And so now we have our other stone. All we have to do is put it inside the arcane ashes. Give it a blank slate. It's going to do this fancy animation. And we should get blank runes. Awesome. Nice. Can we do multiple at a time? I think so. Yeah, this should work, right? Crafting in sequence. Oh yeah, look at that. We got our quest complete, so now we can upgrade our altar to tier 2. Which means we just have to sit it above some of the blank runes. The quest book actually gives us the divination sigil, which should show us the tier of the altar in the top left corner. Yeah, it does show us correctly that it is tier 2. The capacity of the altar should also be increased. We need 2 buckets and a dark gem. Awesome, we got the dark power gem. I think we need this for other stuff later down the line. We can grab an eternal water bucket. It would be nice to craft more than one of these. It's probably a quest, but we might not have unlocked it actually. Oh well, we're gonna make more anyway. All we have to do is toss some lava over this through the smeltery. And we should have an automated cobble generator. Yes, awesome. How does this thing work? I have no idea. Maybe we need to pipe out of it. I think that might be what it is. Yeah, that seems to be the case. A hopper works, although I think this might be too slow for maximum speed. We probably want to invest in some pipes and some actual automation, right? However, that is going to be for next episode. We went down a pretty deep rabbit hole today, but we did get blood magic upgraded and unlocked. And of course, we made some progress here on the mine colony. Hopefully things are making enough sense for you guys. And I was also curious on one more thing. Should we keep the shaders on? Or should we disable them and go back to the vanilla lighting? Like, especially when you A/B it, it looks very different like this without shaders. But let me know your opinion on that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.